Welcome back, dear viewers, from this time Desman Diabetes Report. We have been joined by our guest for this evening, Mahammad Shaik, the youngest author to publish 3 books globally in 300 days. Good evening and welcome to AziadiQ8.
Good evening.
It's a pleasure to have you with us.
It's my pleasure.
I'm honestly very surprised. 3 books in 300 days. Usually people cannot even do 1 book.
Yeah, it was kind of hard for me. It's like 3 books, like 3 different content and 3 different stories.
Of course, we're going to talk so much about the 3 books, but in the beginning, can you first tell us more about your background and your profession?
Yeah, I have been living in Kuwait since a decade. Kuwait has provided me opportunities and showcased my talent to the world. And I'm 19 years old. I'm Indian, belongs to Andhra Pradesh. And I'm you can say, I'm studying in 12th grade as of now.
Amazing. So you are the youngest author to publish 3 books globally in 300 days. So can you tell us more about this great achievement and how can you even do that?
My first book, it was published on July 18, 2023. And my second book, it was on January 1st, 2024. And my last book, it was like May 13. The thing is that I didn't know I have did this achievement. But recently, when I have going through my all past works, when I saw the dates, I was shocked about myself.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how it went.
So you didn't even realize that you published those 3 in 300 days. It wasn't intentional.
Yeah, no, it wasn't intentional. I was surprised myself after seeing that.
Oh, wow. I think that's such a huge deal. So what are the books about? That's what I'm really excited to know about.
My first book, it was about the girls, you can see the teenagers especially. They was at such a young age, they are 13 to 14, mostly they are scared of people, they cannot open up their mind. So what happened was they are facing some issues like blackmail, harassment and all. What I used to do, I used to take up the cases, then like this I managed to do it.
Okay, so it's something that actually exists.
Yeah, it's real stories.
Oh wow. I think that's very interesting because sometimes reading about something that is happening in real life or in real time can really help you maybe understand it and know how to deal if you're put in this situation. So I think it's amazing. So how do you get inspired before you write any book?
My first book, it inspired me. There is a story, short story behind it. It was when I was 2 years ago, I had a one of my, it's real personal experiences. One of my friends was facing these issues. I had knowledge of ethical hacking and psychological tactics, so I got him. So that's how, when I got to know several cases, so I want to lift up, I want to open up to the world. So I started writing my journey.
Definitely. And can we say that there's a theme behind your books?
Yes. There is, now if you talk about the real issues, no one are ready to read it. They'll be it's same, so nothing else. But what about my books is, it start about, 90% of the books sold about love stories only. So I make it like that, so when the readers read it, they'll also learn what I want to say to them, and they'll also enjoy while reading it.
Amazing. So you're basically putting those really strong messages between the lines.
Yeah, between the stories.
Amazing. So you're able to enjoy a really good story, but at the same time we're actually learning something behind it. Perfect. And who would you say are your target audience? You mentioned teenagers in the beginning. So is it only teenagers, and why?
Because teenagers are the only one they won't speak out loud because they're often scared. So that's the reason I want to lift up the teenagers especially.
Yes.
So that's
sometimes they need a lot more care
more.
than maybe adults do. Of course, they need it. So how do you balance the plot, character development and themes in your story? And usually do you focus on one aspect more than another?
Yes, I do. The plot, before writing any book, I'll make a notes from where what to do and all. The main plot of the story, it portrays the all the behind the reasons, what people are facing and all. So that's how.
Definitely. And what part of the writing process do you enjoy the most? I know that this is very different for everyone.
Yeah. I like the process of writing, portraying my emotions to the words so that people can relate it. That's the most fun part I would like to do.
And do you find a part of writing that is more challenging, or what is the most challenging part for you?
Most challenging, I would say, basically the real life concerns. You know why? Because if I say someone directly like this, it won't be effective. They should realize it. Then only that's the most challenging part to portray it. So
Definitely. And I think to become a writer, you would have definitely read a lot of books in your lifetime. I'm guessing, at least. Maybe not. Okay.
No.
So can we say that there are some certain authors or books that have influenced you or your writing style?
To be honest, I don't like. I was not in writing field and all. I don't know any authors. I made up like myself. I started writing it. I don't have any like other guy.
So the book world is absolutely new to you, reading and writing them.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really cool that you were still able to come up with 3 books.
Yeah.
Amazing. How did the technology and social media affect your reading or affect your books? Do you think that if social media wasn't there, your book would be different now?
No, yeah, it might be because social media is there, which will show the issues what's going on in the world. So that's how we can identify it, so that we can write on we can write it on it. So that's how it works.
Definitely. Social media has changed everything, honestly, and does influence a lot of the sectors. So same thing for reading. So how do you hope your readers feel or think after reading your book?
Oh, first of all, my readers are like, they'll enjoy the story overall. They'll enjoy the story overall. Then what happens is, at the end, even they don't know, they have learned the lesson already. So they will get reminded of it whenever they go through the same situation. They already have learned it, so they'll be remembered for lifelong.
Definitely. So what do you think is the biggest challenge facing authors today? Do you feel like that there's something challenging about the market?
Yes, there is. Especially the publishers. They want, like, there are publishers, like for the upcoming authors, there are not many publishers. They only want like specific works and all. That demotivates them. So that's why what happens is they need to stand up for themselves. They should not give up. So
I think that's really good advice, especially for someone that's just starting out.
Yeah.
So that brings me right into my next question. What advice would you give to aspiring writers out there?
I would give them one only advice: stand up for yourself. Like, no need to ask for anyone and all. So stand up for yourself.
Definitely. And what are your future plans?
My future plan, there are several plans in my pipeline. One of the plan is, there is Kuwait's first Bollywood song. It's under progress. It's gonna release it very soon.
Good luck, and thank you so much for being with us, Mahammad.
Sure, thank you.
Thank you. Dear viewers, we had with us Mahammad Shaik, the youngest author to publish 3 books globally in 300 days. So let's move on to our next report, and we'll be right back.